Now, here's the headline for Judge Napolitano. The United States Postal Service approved 50,000 requests from law enforcement to monitor people's mail in 2013. Napolitano is here. I'm not sure you're as steamed about this as you often are in privacy issues.
In fact, I'm very steamed about it. It's really a below-the-radar screen problem, sort of a conspiracy between law enforcement and the Postal Service to expose our mail to the prying eyes of law enforcement without judicial intervention.
Hold on a sec. Can I just interrupt? I hate to do this.
Go right ahead.
But they are monitoring the mail. Does that mean they're opening it and reading it? I think not.
Well, yes and no. I'll explain the difference. The first thing that people should know is that every piece of paper that goes through the mail, whether it's a letter, a bill, a newspaper, or a parcel, is photographed by the post office and permanently reserved by the post office for use by law enforcement later. So it's not necessary for law enforcement to monitor the mail in real time. They can monitor the history of the mail by getting that information.
Wait. I see nothing wrong with tracking where the mail comes from, so that in the event of an incident, a law enforcement incident, they can look back and see where the suspect got mail from and who from.
Except that your friend, which you don't have in Great Britain, that we have here, the Constitution with a capital C, requires something called articulable suspicion in order to begin gathering data about a person.
So they can go to a judge and say, we have a suspicion about this person, we want to track the mail.
Oh, it's actually easier than that. No, they don't have to go to a judge for suspicion. They have to go to a judge in order to open the mail.
Okay.
So how do they get the mail without opening it? How does a federal agent get into the post office to look at postal records? You ready for this? One FBI agent signs a warrant authorizing another FBI agent to go in there. It's called a national security letter. It's promulgated by the Patriot Act after 9/11. Blatant and flagrant violation of the fact that only judges can issue warrants. But under the Patriot Act, FBI agent A can authorize FBI agent B to go in there. And they go to the Postal Service and say, let us look at all of Stuart Varney's mail. Let us look at the mail of everyone who lives in the zip code where he lives. We're not telling you why, but we want to look at it. And the Post Office cannot say no. Now, to open up the mail, to actually read its contents, whether it's The Economist magazine, or whether it's a letter from you to me, or to anyone, that they need a search warrant for, and that they need to go to a judge.
Well, I'm going to have the last word on this.
We always do, Stuart.
Good.
This is called Varney and Company, not the Judge and Company.
That is true. You wish, of course.
I'm happy to be your humble servant.
Last word. I have absolutely no problem with tracking people's mail. Opening it's another story. Tracking it is fine with me in the age of terror.
You told me you had the last word. So I'm not saying I could devour that argument, but I shan't.
I don't know why I shan't. What kind of word is that? You speak English or what?
There he goes again, Philip.
Wait, I've got an announcement to make.